4 with a dimpled chin. Give me a break. Then why isn't Jimmy in more commercials?
Well, he's not.
Suns and T-Wolves. I'm not sure looks is what's driving Baker's commercial industry. Devin Booker was in his bag, 29, 5-5. Phoenix won their 9th straight. They're not 10-3. How about that? But Booker just missing out on a medal. Nick, which 3 guys did it better last night?
Bronze medal for Kristaps Porzingis in a nice win over Denver. Kristaps' 2nd straight huge game, had 32 over the weekend. Wilds, put this on your meter. Kristaps for Kyrie. It's still sitting out there. Kristaps raising that trade value. Kristaps' triumphant return to New York. Kyrie gets to go to Texas. They might elect him governor. Silver medal. Jokic defending. Some would argue he's having a better year than last year, which if he does and he wins the MVP this year, it will then just solidify that last year was the worst MVP ever. If Jokic wins it this year and is better than last year, look that up as well. Gold medal, DeMar DeRozan, 38-6 for DeRozan. He's averaging 27 points per game. For right now, the team that I think has played the best in the East. I understand the Wizards are a half game up in the standings. Great job by DeRozan. The Bulls offseason, some questioned it. Some of those are on this panel. Some of those are actually speaking right now. It has worked out brilliantly for them. Good job by them. DeRozan gets the gold. Jenna, there is the podium from a very fun Monday evening in the NBA.
Nice looking podium. What? Take it all in. And
AK-47.
Time out for drawing a blank. Bulls Lakers.
The bank robber.
Last night at Staples Center. It was all Chicago from the opening tip. DeMar DeRozan went for a season-high 38. Lonzo Ball, 27 against his former team. And Anthony Davis with the hangnail, just kidding, got tossed late in the 3rd. And Chicago rolled to a 121-103 win. 4th loss in the last 7 games from the Lakers without LeBron, who is still sidelined with that abdominal strain. Broussard, I'll go to you first. The Lakers' loss to the Bills was blank.
It was the homecoming from hell, Jenna. And this year, we've heard a lot about Russell Westbrook's homecoming, right? He's from L.A. and gets to play for the Lakers, his hometown team, all that. Well, last night, it was 3 Bulls with Los Angeles ties who did in the Lakers at the Staples Center. Let's start with DeMar DeRozan from the city of Compton. He goes for 38 points. He looked great. Like, he's having a great season, his best year of his career. Lonzo Ball, you see Lonzo strutting. When Lonzo comes into your gym and he's strutting like that, well, it's because he dropped 27 points, a season high. And then Zach LaVine, who played his college ball at nearby UCLA in Westwood, he goes for 26. So it was a big-time homecoming for the opponent, not for the Lakers. The homecoming from hell, Nick.
So you left out one other person with LA ties, and that's obviously Caruso, who's not from there. He's from Chicago area, I believe, but he played with the Lakers. And to me, the loss was bittersweet, and here's why. There was a big story this week about the Lakers lowballing Caruso. They obviously chose to keep Talen Horton-Tucker over Caruso. Now, they could have kept them both, and they should have kept them both, but those bus family boats won't buy themselves. So, the luxury tax penalty, really got to worry about that when you own the Lakers. But set that aside. They chose THT over Caruso. They were only going to pay one of them. Part of that was because THT is 20 years old and Caruso's 27 years old. Part of that's because the upside, and part of that's because of what THT can do for you scoring-wise. Well, last night, the one sweet part of that game was, did you see what Talen Horton-Tucker did? Oh, a career high, 28 points. And while Caruso has been excellent this year defensively, he and Lonzo have been an awesome backcourt, and the Bulls don't really need him to score. He did score 0. So 20-year-old Talen Horton-Tucker having a career-high 28, and bonus little piece of knowledge here, Wilds. LeBron will be back Friday at the latest. Maybe Wednesday. He will absolutely be back by Friday. So the Lakers' time without LeBron is coming to an end this week. And so I say it's a little bittersweet. Bad loss. AD shouldn't have been kicked out. But Talen Horton-Tucker, big game for him, career high, and they need him to be big this year.
morning, everyone.
Clutch
Nick
client.
out here. Breaking news. LeBron, by the way, clutch client. Not a lot of people know. Broussard, I want to get your take on this. Played a lot of basketball. I know how much refereeing you did. Well, my answer is shoegate.
A little bit.
AD gets ejected because his shoe falls off, and the referee doesn't stop the game. He's like, hey, buddy, you got to call a timeout if you want to stop the game. How long, if you're a ref, do you kind of just slow down or just kind of stall and let AD put his shoe on? In seconds. I'll give it like 5 seconds. Remember, Jenna, it's Mississippi's. No one does that except you. How long do you do it, Broussard? How long do you give AD to put his shoe on here?
The rule of thumb is 8.1 seconds. All right, 8.1 seconds. That's what you give him to get his shoe on. And the bottom line, Wiles, is this. He should have understood AD's frustration and not giving him the T for saying the BS word. That's it. That's all. No matter whether it's 3.1 seconds, 8.1, whatever.
He doesn't have to kick him out. Even if he just doesn't give him any time, then ignore that. Anthony Davis cursed. He didn't call you. He just said he didn't call you a curse. He cursed at you. Those are different things. He didn't call you a name. You don't need to kick a guy out for that. Lakers lose either way, Jenna. They're down 20 at this point. But come on, ref. A little overboard on the sentence. I think the concern should be mounting greatly, and in honor of the World Series of Poker main event, which just got down to the final table yesterday, let's talk about this all-in analogy that the Rams promoted on their social media feed. Not just because they used a clip from a movie where the guy who went all in actually lost, but the real pitfalls of going all in. Sometimes you go all in with what you think's pretty good hand. You go all in with ace-queen, like, hey, I should be in good shape. And you might be coin flipping, and you might be drawing nearly dead. And while the Rams aren't drawing nearly dead, the problem is they're probably coin flipping in round 1, round 2, round 3. And what are the odds of winning 3 straight coin flips? Well, the answer to that's 12.5%. And if you look at the Rams' current path, not to win the Super Bowl, but just to get to the Super Bowl, even if, Broussard, you think they are the best team in the NFC, the generic you, not you, Chris Broussard, the fact that all of these games would be on the road, their best case scenario would be what? That it's a pick'em? So a pick'em against Tampa, you have 50% chance of winning that. Say you do. Now you're at a pick'em against Green Bay, 50% chance of winning that. Say you do. Pick'em against Arizona or Dallas. The odds of winning all 3 of those, 50, 50, 50, that's 12.5%. If they're slight underdogs in all 3, as I think they would be, oh my God, my camera's freaking out. The odds of